Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a book review. So settle in, get ready, because we're talking about Elsie Sliver Flawless. I honestly love this read so much. I read it in like an entire day, which is impressive for me, saying that this is nearly 400 pages long. And honestly, I kind of want to reread it, but I'm not going to because I want to read the next books in the series. In general, this book has been sat on my TBR for like a year and a bit now. I feel like, and like I've been wanting to read it, but I've never just like picked it up and done it, and I did, and I honestly really enjoyed it. I believe this woman is the reason to thank why cowboys were so big last year, because cowboys were like really popular like last year I think, or maybe a year before that. Honestly, Halloween's merged together for me at this point, but I do remember there being a Halloween where cowboys were everything, and I think this woman is one of the leading causes, honestly. Uh, I will now be taking the advice of some of the brothers of how to annoy people. I find the milk related jokes in this hilarious. They were so funny and so evil, and amongst other things. So let's get into the book though in general. First off, I want to talk about the families in it. I love talking about families in books because I find it so intriguing how people are just like, yes, let's do this. Like, take Summer. Summer is a child on an affair with a maid. The father is still with the stepmother, and the sister is dating her doctor, the doctor who looked after her when she had a heart disease when she was a child. Which, FYI, spoilers ahead, I'm not very good at keeping secrets and being... what's the word? I can't remember. Anyway, Summer's sister, Winter, is married to the doctor who looked after Summer when she had heart problems. When she was underage, this is the important part, when she was underage, that man groomed her, and then when she turned 18, secretly dated her for 2 years and then ditched her for the sister. And then the sister is just pissed at Summer. And she's like, I'm so sorry, but like, I hate the sister, honestly, because I'm just like, okay, cool, I get you going through tough times and everything. You are pregnant and everything, and you just found out your husband did groom your younger sister, who you will adamantly call stepsister, be horrible to, even though she just wants a relationship with you, and she did not get chosen. It was not her choice to be born that way. It was not her choice. Her father had an affair. That's your father's fault. Don't blame the child. And someone's just there wanting a family, and she's literally just going, I feel so alone because, yeah, there's my dad, but my dad just will not do anything to fix the relationship because he's still married to the woman he cheated on. She didn't leave. They just stayed together and have a very strained relationship. And then the stepmother, who is giving Cinderella's stepmother a run for her money, purposely is horrible to Summer the entire time. And I'd just be like, right, you had an affair. You should have ended the marriage so then you could be there for both your kids and not leave them in a toxic situation. But also at the same time would poison Summer's sister Winter. Also really ironic how they called Summer and Winter. The dad really liked that like vibe stuff. I'm just like, I feel so bad for her because she's like, she didn't get a choice in any of this situation, and yet the people who are older and more mature than her, and people who is supposed to be our support network, e.g. the sister and the dad, are kind of complicit to the behaviour that the way she's treated, but also helps to it, to the point where Summer goes to law school so she can be part of the dad's business to carry on his legacy because she thinks she needs to do that to be like connected to him. And he's like, no, I just want you to be happy. This is my dream. Go live your dream. And like, I think like her character is very stuck because she wants to have a family and she doesn't have a family, which then I also love her relationship even more with her because then he's got this massive family who's just like, we love you so dearly, but you're doing such a dangerous sport, you could quit, you could come home. And it's like, everyone treats me like a child, and it's like, yeah, you are the youngest of multiple siblings, that is going to happen, but also you are a massive playboy. Also one of my favorite tropes, it is ex-playboy who is rehabilitating his social presence because he got into a fight with a reporter who kept shoving a mic in his face and he's like, no comment, leave me alone. And the reporter was just borderline harassing him, so he punched him, which is fair. That reporter was harassing him. And basically the reason he was being harassed is because he said he didn't like milk. And he was part of a milk campaign because he rides bulls for a living and cows, I think. I don't know. But honestly, he hates it. And it's even more funny because there are multiple scenes within this book where someone's just like, here's a warm glass of milk with 2 cherries. My favourite scene in the entire book, hands down, is where Summer's living with them because she's looking after him and trying to rehabilitate his media present, I guess. I really wasn't focusing on the career aspect, I was just focusing on the relationships when reading it, and I read it in a day, so I'm pulling straws from my head, because I can remember the plotline, but not fully the plotline. But anyway, and Summer's just sat there with the brother and it's like, God, he's surrounded by women. Again, he's not supposed to be with anyone for the next couple of months. He's supposed to be wholesome and well behaved. And the brother's like, I know how to make him come over to him. And tells the waitress, like, I'll give you 20s every single time you give him a milk-based drink. So it started off with White Russians with cherries in. And he just got progressively more and more until it was just a glass of warm milk. And he's just staring around of who did this, and it finally clicked that it was the brother and the friend, and it is so funny. If I was to like give a meal based on people's favourite books, the meal I would give to you based on this book would be a warm milk, a side of fries and chicken wings, plus a can of whipped cream. If you've read the book, you will get the references. On scaling wise, this book is a moderately spicy one. So you have to get like 200 pages in for them to actually do anything. And they actually spend a good long time developing the plot line and like their relationship, because he obviously does not like her at the beginning. Like, he thinks she's beautiful, but also at the same time, she's basically babysitting him and monitoring his every move, which annoys him. And it annoys him even more because his dad absolutely loves Summer. I love Summer. Summer is iconic. I honestly just really enjoyed this book. It was such a good read. People I would recommend this to. People who like cowboys, obviously. It does have a bit of a small town charm to it, because it is set in like a city, but also small town charm. It is a sports romance. People who like age gap relationships who like this. Rugged men is a key point in this. The man is long haired with a beard, but in the hot way. I do really like it because I like age gap relationships when both people are mature. And both people in this case are mature. One's in their 30s, one in their later 20s. She's well educated. He has lived a life. And they're at the right point in time where an age gap relationship makes sense. I do not condone age gap relationships where the girl still has teen in her name. If you still have teen in your name, personally, I believe you date either your age or 1 year older. Not really 1 year older though. I just say you really date your age. It's like really weird. Like, I'm coming up to 20 in a couple of months, and the idea of physically going on a date with someone who has like 19 gives me the hives. I'm just like, no, just no, like no. But anyway, I would give this book a solid 4 out of 5. Things I think I would like more. I would like some more resolution, or more between Summer and Winter's relationship. It's like a little footnote almost how much we get. It's like she wants a relationship with her sister. She's tried to have a relationship with her sister. Her sister's cut her out of her life, which is fair because her whole world did implode in one go in the hospital whilst her dad was in the hospital, which is completely fair. But also, I hate how it's like Summer's being punished for this and Summer just wants a relationship with her sister. That's all she wants from her sister, just a relationship. She's like, I want to have my sister. And like, Rhett does not like the dude, which is fair. That's Winter Roseworth, up to the point where he has punched him on multiple occasions and kind of outed the secret to the entire family, because the entire family did not know. And I'm just like, how did no one in the family notice how the doctor was treating your daughter whilst in hospital, or 2 years after the fact? Like, did you just think it was being the doctor being extra friendly and hanging around for an extra long time period? Like, that kind of is like a bit of a red flag that no one picked up on it, but also makes sense because because the stepmom was neglectful basically, and basically committed emotional warfare towards the child, and the sister did not care. And the fact that he got with the sister could be used as a cover for like he just wanted to stay close to his family because he liked the sister. But God, so messy. I really want to see. I'm really excited to see more of the book. I'm also really excited because like they now have their own little house on their farm. And like he's no longer bull riding, so he's no longer almost killing himself. I did really my favourite scenes, apart from when she's just being mean to him, apart from the bar scene, is whenever she's looking after him. Even like they've had a fight and they're just like or like a bit angry with each other, she will be there and she will look after him, and I love it. I love scenes where people are just looking after each other. It's so cute, it's so wholesome. Not really wholesome in their regard, but still cute and wholesome. Anyway, that's my thought on Flawless by Elsie Silver. I would recommend you go read this because all books should be recommended to read. Well, not all books. There are certain books, and my list of books I do not recommend to read is growing by the week, which is a bit sad at the minute, but I highly recommend this, and you should go read.